Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, depending on when you are consuming this.
Evening, maybe.
I have rapidly consumed my coffee. I have an empty mug here because I look at that mug. Isn't that beautiful?
You should call to your better half and have her refill it for you.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up, but there it is. There,
I love the logo. Looks
there
good.
it is.
Camp mug.
It's really nice. And yes, hold on, China.
Mike, do you have any thoughts on how any of our ex-presidents might say the country of origin of our camp mug?
China.
Thank you.
Mrs. O'Mara wanted me to let you know. We'll be telling you about the store later in the show, but I just wanted to show you these beautiful.
It's a great store. Plenty of free parking.
Sing around the campfire, join the campfire, girl.
Is that a real jingle?
I don't know.
Did you ever do a campfire when you were a kid?
Sure.
Really?
But regarding Mrs. O'Mara.
Yeah.
All right. Busy morning today. Very busy. Just a lot of stuff. I more than normal for me.
Okay.
So I'm going from about 5 a.m. this morning. We tape at 8:15 Eastern time, and I'm just gathering, which is what I like to do. I like to gather and share. That's what you might call my job, gathering and sharing now.
You know what you're
That's what I like to do, yes.
You're like a farmer. You get up at the crack
I'm a
of dawn,
hunter-gatherer.
and you harvest the comedy, and you share the comedy.
It's interesting you mentioned to me my wife's phone. Call my wife, because she takes my kid to school. I usually do pickup. She usually does drop off. This woman, I observe, in many cases, all day long, where I'm next to her, and her phone might as well be. I don't want to get too filthy here, but her phone might as well be hanging on a ring, piercing her hoo-ha, because her phone is with her always.
Mike, it doesn't have
she
to.
is never without
You could
it.
have gone with any other peer.
Right.
I don't know.
Sometimes
That's
I
a little
need.
hard to use there.
Sometimes
is.
I need to do that to express my frustration. Which,
Also, if you use it there, Mike, you don't want to FaceTime.
all right, I just get frustrated because I am putting the finishing touches on some beautiful video that really was tailored in many cases to Rob Spiewak today, including one where Rob and I will be able to share joy about something that we normally don't share joy about.
Thank you.
I'll be
That's
right
kind
on
of
the
you.
same page. And I really did think about you when I curated, but I'm digressing. The point is that right when I'm putting the finishing touches on all this stuff, when I'm getting ready, when I'm getting ready to roll in here, I get the phone call and I hear, the guy's coming to get. Well, I can do it. I've got a sound effects machine.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Why am
So
I
the
having
phone
to do that?
rings.
Hold on
Yeah.
a second.
Take your time.
Hi, everybody.
No. So, Mike, your cell phone
That's my
rings.
phone. That's my phone effect.
Hello?
Hey, the guy's there that's going to be taking all the shrubbery that I want out of the backyard. That's going to be ripping it out. He needs a check for and his name. I'll text him your name. Okay? I'm like,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay, bye.
Hold
And-
it. She'll text him your name?
No, she'll text me his
name. Oh, thank God. I thought she was really off the rails.
And I'm doing stuff, and I look, and then she puts the name, and it's one of those names where I won't mention the name, but it can be either a first or a last name.
Okay.
And but it looks to me like it might be last name first, first
name
last, and she wants me to write a check. So all I ask is that if you're going to put it out there, but she didn't. She puts it in such a way where there's confusion, and
Right.
then in my zeal to come in here, I forget the amount that she had said to me. It was really quick, and I'm thinking about other stuff that I'm doing, and then I said, well, let me get that information before I do that, adding to the the precious 6 or 7 minutes that I had needed to
Right.
get done what I have to do. That is, as you know, Rob, not valued in the marital home. It's
Mike,
just not.
well, I don't think any of us have any value in our marital home as far as
it doesn't.
professionals.
No, it doesn't. So
How long have you been married to Carla now? Is it 15 years?
15. We've been together 20 plus years. I don't know.
Yeah, but the marriage.
I don't know. I don't know.
But you see, I've gotten to a point at my
Don't ask me
marriage where
questions I can't answer.
I was told there'd be no math. When I get a thing like that from Carrie, I tend to nod and tune it out. I got one this morning. She
And
says,
I'm guilty of that, of just like, because you hear wah, 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 wah,
Yeah,
wah,
she said,
wah, 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 on the other.
I know you walk the dogs every day at 5 p.m. It would be nice if you walked them earlier. I said, well, I have stuff to do. I'll do my best. She says, how about right after the show? I said, right after the show, we're doing something else with the show. And she said, well, do it between those two
So
activities.
she doesn't know the schedule.
No, she doesn't care.
Yeah,
and
she
it's,
doesn't know.
To her, I'm down here. I might as well be playing jacks all day, using a yo-yo. She
Okay.
doesn't know what we do.
I get it.
And that's where you have to say, guess what? The dogs are going to get walked today at 5 p.m. because dogs love schedules.
So I just want to get this done. I
Right.
want to write the check, and I want to go outside. And I like the project. It's clearing out an area where I'll be able to have more room to throw the baseball with Michael. So I'm very
Dig
down
and
with what they're
run.
doing. I'll put him on a lead. So we go out there, and I need to know before
Yeah.
I run out there. I just want to confirm. That's all I want to do.
Right.
Less than 10 seconds. I want to confirm the name and the amount that I got to give the guy. And to this minute,
Yep.
I have not gotten a return phone call. And I rarely send a text like this.
Oh,
But
no.
I write the text and I said, did you mean blank blank? And what is the amount? And will you ever answer your phone when I call? With enough question marks, enough question marks to indicate my level of frustration.
I know that you crave communication and you crave answers, but Mike,
I
let
fully
me tell you
expect I'll
this.
get a call in the middle of this.
Of the show.
Because
Yeah,
that's when we
but-
get the calls.
You don't advance your cause by sending a text like that.
No,
I know.
Sending a text was a very good idea.
Yeah.
What you typed was all wrong.
Very wrong.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. I'm very aware of that because I know it will elicit a negative response. But I didn't care this time because I witnessed this woman on her phone. I have to discipline her to tell her to put it down
I
while
know.
she's in traffic with the familia.
Yeah. She
So
does
I
a
still
lot of
haven't
stuff
heard from
in
her.
the car. I've seen her post video,
I
but
think
she
she's got
doesn't
me
appear
blocked.
to be driving.
I think she blocks
What?
my calls.
Oh, you think that?
Oh, so you think if one of us called, she'd answer right away?
Give her a call, Josh, right now. Give her a call.
This will be
Let's
good.
see.
This is good.
This is
All
interesting.
right, let's see.
Let's
I
see if it
love
works.
this.
And her private number, the 703.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Very good.
That's,
Here we go, Mike.
This is going to be interesting.
Let's see what happens.
Good music for that.
He's dialing, putting it on speaker.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah!
See right away.
There it is!
Oh, no!
There it is!
Mike is waiting for his return phone call.
Oh, he called me?
He called.
All right,
and
well, I don't know. Have her call me right now.
He said if you could give him a call.
Yeah, I will.
All right, thanks.
Mike, I know you're the mimic on the show, but I'd like to try a new one out on you if that's okay.
Okay.
He called me?
There we go.
I don't even think my phone rang a full ring before she answered.
I know.
Well, you are
Congratulations.
So
you are the new kid in town. The golden boy.
Are you aware of how many times I've called you since you let me know about
I missed a call.
what?
I don't even see that I missed a call.
What is wrong? Is there some connection between our phones that is like terrible? I've called you like 11 times.
Mike, click your recent so we know that you did call her.
Okay.
Oh, you called?
I even missed a call from you.
What?
Are you sure it's not your phone?
have you been calling the wrong person?
No. No, a lovely picture of her comes up. Look.
Mike's been calling another person that doesn't answer.
I'm going to my recents. Hold on. I'm going to my recents. All right.
Oh,
let me
this could
see.
go in a dozen directions right now.
What?
What number are you calling?
Your Virginia call. You're a Virginia one.
Oh, you're calling my work phone. That's why.
No, that is your home phone. That is that is.
Work phone is 239.
No, I don't. Oh, why don't you just give the number publicly as we're on the show?
Well, it's okay. It's okay because it's my work phone.
But I didn't
she wants
call
the
your work
business.
phone. I called it
I
once.
see.
I called
Five
703
calls from your
50.
work phone.
How many times?
5
5.
from my work phone.
What are you doing during that time?
Driving.
I don't. How come? And you, Josh, it was a half a ring.
Yeah, because he called my phone, my real phone, not my work phone. He called my.
I called your real phone too 5 times.
No, you didn't. You called my work number.
Well, shouldn't you have them both at the ready, Carla?
Rob, she can't hear you, and now I have
know,
to
but I'm
explain the
hoping that you would
technology.
pass
See
it
why I'm
along.
holding this up? She can't.
I was hoping you would pass it
All
along
right.
to me.
And the technology exists that I'm doing this bass backwards way. All right, I'm very frustrated. I'm sorry. I just everything's been taken care of is what I wanted to tell you.
With what?
What did you call me about right before the show?
Okay, very good, Mike.
Okay.
Congratulations. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, but I mean, you're just in an air bubble today. I don't know what's going on. You're the one that called me. I didn't know anybody was coming over today.
Hey, why don't you just calm down?
Okay, goodbye.
Wow, that helped.
Love you. Love you. Goodbye.
I've always found in marital discord, if you tell the other person to calm down, it never fails.
Now, to be fair to Carla, if you're
Oh,
calling
here
the
we
work-
go. Here we
Well,
go. Here's your number one boy here. Absolutely.
No, I'll tell you, as someone who also used to carry 2 phone numbers,
Right.
one for work and one for personal,
Pleasure.
I would
called both.
often put the work phone away and have it turned off or in silent mode where I'm not hearing it when I'm spending time with family.
But she
doing
wasn't
family
spending
stuff.
time
She
with
wasn't
family.
She was in the car alone. She dropped my kid off at 7:30 this morning.
Mike, what if you were to start a text thread that is you and both of her phones? So that way, every
just-
text goes to
I like
both
that.
phones.
You know what the important thing is, Rob?
The children?
Well, we'll get to them.
Okay.
The important thing is that it's all been resolved.
Hey,
Everything's fine.
This shrubbery guy, does he do pipe and drape as well?
God, it's still there.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's still there.
Really? All of it?
File it under. I don't want to deal with God Almighty.
Take it outside, set it up in the new area, and you go inside the pipe and drape to play catch. No windows broken.
Exactly. And people don't know what you're doing.
You
Get
know,
the neighbors talking.
I do love my little guy. And last night, a shout out to the educators as we had our parents' night.
Love our
And
teachers, Mike.
I
I do.
if there's a schmooze, Josh, let me explain something to you about Rob Spiewak. When I want a schmooze, he will beat me to the schmooze. He beats me online. He beats me with birthday greetings. Has always done that because he puts it on auto birthday greeting. And and I
All
yes,
of this
that's
is
what I
not
was gonna
true.
say.
All of this, none of this is true.
You've done your parents' night many, many times.
I have.
Because of the marital situation, have not done as many as you have had. And I've been to the ones that, and as you will know, they can be a tad tedious.
Horrible.
But the one last night, either I've matured or I am a more receptive audience. But no, I did not have any adult beverages.
I encountered that on a couple of teachers' nights.
Like you didn't, right? You bumped.
Oh,
into
no.
people that
I
were
was
loaded?
I was stone cold sober until I got home.
You ran
there
into
were-
a drunk guy one time, though.
Yeah, and he said, and this I've said this before, so I'll keep it brief. We were seated in the auditorium before we went class to class, and he came in late, and I knew this guy. My level of knowing this guy is knowing who his kid is, because she was friends with Julia, and seeing him at the pool. That's it. And he comes and he spots me and he sits right next to me, and then in a stage whisper too loud, he says to me, I bet they don't know I've been drinking.
Parents are funny, aren't they?
They are.
They really
They are.
We're just overgrown kids. But these teachers last night, I came away from the 5th grade parent teacher night last night saying to myself, man, if I'd only had a couple of these when I was in school, specifically the math and science teachers who just rocked. And by the way, let's dispense with any of the pretense here. This is an obligation on the parents' part, and it is certainly an obligation on the teachers' part that have put in a full day and have to stay till 7:30 at night for the 2 hour where they just recycle these parents through there.
They do not enjoy it.
Man, oh man, I walked away saying to my wife, I said, this is a faculty here. They are on it. They are on like Donkey Kong.
That's clever, sir.
I was so pleased with all of it, and it was just it was okay. And
when you got to the part where you're going class to class, because there's probably like an initial meeting, like in the cafetorium or something.
I know the drill. Yeah.
But how many classes did you go to? Like how many classrooms?
We did. They call it advisory, which is the homeroom.
Sure.
And then we went to art. Then we went to we did the I call them the foo-foo classes first. We did art and music, so we went to the band room. Band teacher, spectacular, absolutely.
Mr.
Really,
Holland is still teaching
Mr.
that?
Mr. Holland, as you know,
right?
Usually they've got one dude tasked with running the whole thing, and he is, and they have to have the patience of a saint. And they also have to have a little bit of a sense of humor. And he did.
That's great.
And he was just great. And he was the clarity that these teachers all had. And sometimes you don't get that. Sometimes you get a little nervous babbling. It was just clarity. So we did that. Then it was off to, what was the next one? Math and English and then science. And they were all so extremely clear. Right. And I just was so happy with that. And this is
That's
on
excellent.
the heels of picking my kid up yesterday where they for all you people that say everybody gets a trophy, I'm here to say my son may have been the recipient of everybody gets a trophy, as he was informed yesterday that the speeches were so good that they're going to make him like the student rep with the kid that won the election. So they're both going to handle some of the duties that are doing that. And
has
it really
this
was
ever
not,
happened before?
I have no idea, nor do I care. I just was real. He was happy. What?
Is there a chance this happens in November?
Jesus Christ, Josh, I hope not. I really hope not.
I think it
The
could be fun.
co-president?
You probably would hope it more than I would hope it, brother. You really would.
Mike, I don't want to embarrass or call anyone out or even ask for any details, but I have to ask you this.
Sure.
Of the 5 classrooms you visited, and I know you were happy with all of them,
Yeah.
was there anyone of the 5 that was just a little less impressive than the other 4?
I will not mention names, but
I don't want you to.
I will be glad to tell you after the show.
Okay. My favorite
And by the way, and even that
was still good, right?
still good because Mrs. O'Mara probably wouldn't agree with me.
Okay.
But in fact, she was surprised when I said it.
I
think
remember
my comment was,
yes.
you know, Rob, you know me so goddamn well. The comment I may have made was, just didn't get the feeling that that person was all in.
I know the feeling.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of like.
I remember my last back to school, it was Robert's 8th grade. And it was at that point, you know, Julia's in high school and we've done them all. And
and also the teachers, the kids, everybody, the gulf is growing between the adults and the children.
Oh, it's horrible. But we did it. And all I remember is that a mom sat next to us at a science class and said, "Do you see that teacher?" I said, "He's right there." Yeah. She said, "His name came up in the Ashley Madison League."
That's a Northern Virginia thing.
Yeah, it wasn't, but it was a dating website where a lot of people.
Oh my God, I remember that. I knew people that were on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew.
So he went up
that.
to his Promethean board and didn't mention a thing about it.
That is God. Talk about those people that were on that list. That was like a couple of weeks of hell, you know.
Yeah, well, at least you know what?
I
Apparently,
could
not a
mention people that I've
fireable.
done business with that were on
Not
that list,
apparently
but-
a fireable offense for Loudoun County.
Yeah, no.
But-
Yeah, well, why should it be? In my opinion,
It shouldn't be, Mike.
Your
Everyone
personal life
needs-
is your personal life. Right?
Everyone needs a friend.
So the answer to your question is yes. That there,
Okay.
one, but even the one
You
was
never
not,
disappoint. You know that. Never.
but it was not. So I tend to probably get a little more ramped up than the average bear, so I get that way. But there was nothing to be. There was nothing to be negative about, and I have to be
Except for
honest,
that
when I
one
just-
guy
or lady.
or gal.
God, you're horrible. I'm shutting up right now.
Okay.
But on the heels of that, it was just a really positive day regarding the school. And this is a stressful time of year as everybody's getting their sea legs under them
Sure.
to get ready for the school year. And when it comes to two particular teachers, the math and science, areas that many
STEM.
of us have issues with, I walked away saying, God, I would have thrived under both of these educators because they're the clarity. Why are you laughing? Why? I'm
You
trying
might
to
have.
say
I'll
something
say
nice
this:
here.
you would thrive under the science, maybe, but you're not mathematically minded.
No, I am not mathematically inclined. But who's to say that if I had been, what's the word I'm looking for? If they had an intervention for me in 5th grade, maybe
Mike,
it would have been okay.
I'm here to say that probably wouldn't have worked.
Right. Would it be safe to say that you're not audio level inclined?
Yeah, that's safe.
Okay. As the opening of the show every day starts low and goes high every single day. But anyway, that's it. If you're giving it
Mike,
to me, I'm going to give a little bit back.
That's science right there. You see, you are scientifically inclined.
Math, I looked at this teacher, I listened to this teacher, and I just said, man, I bet the clarity of both the science and the math teacher was so
Can
so
you give
wonderful.
an example of clarity? Because
Don't make me give an example, please.
I mean, did he show you how he works an
She?
equation? Or does the math teacher?
Sexist man, are you assuming that all the science and math educators are men?
Yes, because
No,
other
they
people,
were both
the women,
ladies.
the women have to be nurses,
Home ec.
secretaries, typing. No,
My
okay,
typing
so-
teacher. We had a typing teacher. I'm
So
so
did I.
old.
Yeah,
My typing
I did
teacher.
too. That was everyone.
Okay, my typing teacher in high school was a dude. There you go.
Also a coach of some sort.
I'm not. No, I don't think so. But I know he did. He had some extracurricular.
My typing teacher was named Mrs. Leach, Leech, and her big thing to say was, I got to get it right. Let me look at my keyboard because I don't even remember. She'd say, now listen, home keys, ASDF, HAJKLL, SAM. And that's what she called it, the semicolon, the SAM. But yeah, typing, I would assume that he was a man.
It's amazing how you retained that.
You know what? She said it every day, so I retained that. But if I can get back to the math teacher.
Yeah.
Who is a
I
lady.
just thought was spectacular. Really great. The
What was
language
her
teachers.
presentation?
Oh, I skipped the language teachers. They're going to
Well,
have
you said English.
trimesters. They're going to have trimesters. They're going to have one. He's in French now.
Babies having babies.
Jesus Christ. Will you shut up for a second, please? Honest to God. No, I'll let somebody else say it for me here. Hold on.
Okay.
Shut up! They're going to have, he has French now. He will have Chinese.
What?
And he will have Spanish. And they were all fantastic. It was just, I floated out of there. I said, man, this is great. This is really, really good. This is, throwing ourselves into debt. And
Mike, it's
not
so
having
good.
a proper retirement is worth every penny, in my humble
Mike,
opinion. That's it.
now that he knows Chinese, he can order our mugs, and that will eliminate the middleman.
Thanks
But-
for bringing those up again. I appreciate
Oh, I love
that.
the mugs. They're beautiful. But Mike, it is gnawing at me. I need to know, what can you describe the math teacher's presentation? What did she do? Did she say what they're going to do, or did she?
Yeah, she
show?
put it up on the board. And by the way, the tech now, especially with the music, it reminded. They now have these lesson plans that they have at home where they record their rehearsals into the computer program. The computer will review with them correct notes, incorrect notes, placement. The teacher will then listen to all the finished assignments, and it's mind-boggling how this is so managed with technology now, where they're able to do that. I was impressed with the whole thing. Maybe
Any
because I haven't
chalkboards at all? Any chalkboards with actual
there was
chalk?
nary a piece of chalk.
Damn it! I love a chalkboard.
There were now the only thing that was difficult was when we went to the advisory. They had a Zoom call, and I was really tempted to call Josh and say, "Can you get them on StreamYard?" Because it was just all over the place, and we're in the same building, and they can't speak to all the advisory classes, so they put them up on a Zoom call, and they were, they dropped out. Especially the I forgot what it was. Might have been the nurse. So if there's any, and then the discipline, the dean of discipline is what he's got. I will be here, and if you need, and it's like he's 40 feet down in his office.
Wasn't that your nickname when you worked on the edge?
The dean of discipline. That's what I was. That's when I was the program director at WYRE, 81 WYRE in Annapolis. I was the dean of discipline, and on one St. Valentine's Day, everybody got detention. 4 dudes got detention in the same day.
But you kept the nurse.
Oh my God! It was I just
that is really good, Mike.
To
those
all the
can
teachers right now that are listening, we have many teachers in our listening audience that are dealing with those tedious parent-teacher nights. Salute to all of you, because as we've always discussed, it's undervalued in the United States. It's in some way diminished by a certain group of people where they're criticized and. Like any profession, firefighters, cops, doctors, lawyers, there are good and bad. Yeah. There are. That's just the nature of the game in anything. But by and large, much like law enforcement officials, the teachers kick ass in the majority. The majority of them are out there kicking ass and taking it. Have you had a parent-teacher night yet, Josh?
No. No. We just had a quick back to school. Meet the couple elementary school teachers.
Okay, so that's just a one classroom visit. That's good.
Well, Josh goes is in a different school system, and it's a
right.
one room.
So for us, 5th grade is still elementary school.
Yes.
But for you, you've moved 5th grade's in middle school.
5th grade is in middle, so it's a little more of a thing.
When you mentioned that Josh's school is one room, are you referring to like a Little House on the Prairie or Abraham Lincoln one room schoolhouse with a stove?
Right. I got a laugh. I got a laugh of there was some reference to it's not the way it is when you went to school, and I said when I went to school, my parents rode horses to the parent-teacher conference, and it actually got because by the way. I think because of the nature of the academic beast that for these teachers, these wonderful teachers, it's a tough room. Would you not agree, Rob?
Is.
It's a tough room because you get a lot of scowling, humorless parents that either don't want to mirthless. That's the best way. It's a much better way to describe it. That they're sitting there and they're kind of like they're not a good. It's much like when I go to a comedy show. I am a laugher. I like to support the person that's on stage. Always have. It was really my job for a long time. That was one of the first questions asked of me when I got a morning show gig. Are you a laugher? Can you laugh? I said, I'm a great audience. I love being an audience. I like it. I like it just fine. And I'm the same way where I smile at the teachers. I'm reacting to them. I'm nodding my head. And I look around the room periodically, and there are borderline scowls.
Yeah, almost like
right. Is that where do you think that comes from? Where do you think that
adversarial?
comes from?
Well, there is a brand of parent that sees that as a tremendous time vampire. They feel put upon that they have to put an hour.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah, I do.
Or do you think
Yeah.
that they perceive the educators as the help?
No, it's not that, I don't think, because
It's not
they,
like, you know how somebody, when they treat, another thing that pisses me off, when somebody treats a server badly?
Yeah.
When you're at a restaurant and doesn't engage at all, that pisses
That's-
me off.
I think that
I thought it might
is-
be the same type of thing, but you
no,
say
but
it's
I
not.
think if you treat a server badly in a restaurant, that is a real, genuine peek into the mindset of the person. If
Yeah.
you treat them badly, you'll treat anyone badly. I
This
think
is
the
not
people
to
that are
say
there.
if you go to a restaurant or something and you're getting it's something that's completely over the top bad,
Right. Mm-hmm.
you don't vocalize it. I think you owe it to the owners of the place to do that. But
But it can
by
be
and
done
large-
nicely. Yeah.
Well, I've
you gotta
also seen
engage.
people that will not acknowledge when
Yeah.
something's put down in front of them, and I never understand that. So you think it's just the time vampire? People just don't want to be there.
There are a lot of people that say, and I see this a lot with students that carry encounters. They see school as babysitting. They can drop the kid off, and they're free till 3:30 or whatever.
But they
And-
don't have to show for the parent-teacher thing, for the teacher's night.
There's probably. Let me offer this: the scowling father are they sometimes accompanied by a joyful mother,
Yeah.
like they were dragged there? Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were dragged there.
Yeah.
See, they don't do what I did at back to school night, which
Oh,
always helped.
but
is-
you pissed me off because
Yeah,
you were
you-
like the front row dad at everything.
Mike,
and that
when
was-
I would walk
that
into
annoyed
each
me.
classroom, no.
Yes.
When I walked into each classroom, I'd slip the teacher a $5 bill. I say, keep it honest, keep it honest.
You
No,
just
it's
were
the-
talking about performances. You would be there early, like take
Yeah.
9 seats. Yes, Josh.
I've never been bothered by the teachers. It's the parents that ask the stupid questions that bother me.
hate
It is
questions.
a- It
The
is a
worst.
non-question environment. I don't care what they are. See her on your own time. This is our time, Mr. Hand. I would truly appreciate that. Carla, God bless her, is so supportive that she vocalizes it. Thank you. And, at one point, one of the teachers was from Maryland or came from Maryland. She said, whereabouts in Maryland? Like, while the whole class was there. And I would have erred on the side of making that a private question as opposed
Yeah.
to lingering, but that's okay.
Was
And I
it
think
Linthicum?
Linthicum. Did you call it Linthicum?
Linthicum.
Linthicum.
I might have gobbled it on my way
It's
out.
a delightful
but
suburb of Baltimore, isn't it?
It is. It's a beautiful.
Is that a
place.
suburb of Baltimore, Josh? Linthicum?
Yeah, that's where BWI is.
Okay, very good.
Great airport.
Thurgood Marshall International.
International, yeah. Now, going back to what I pissed you off, I want to ask Josh this question, because he's a fresh set of ears, and Mike and I are diametrically opposed here. Let's say one of your kids auditioned, got a role in a play, very happy, not a lead, but a big part in the play. And it's on, they perform it Thursday, Friday, Saturday evening, right? Do you think it's over the top as a parent to go to all 3 performances?
No, but being in the first row of all 3 would be.
No, I never sat in the first row. Never. I did reserve seats because
Yeah,
I
of course
was.
you did.
Well, I was selling
And you
tickets at
reserved
one of
seats
the
by
performances.
arriving like for a 7 o'clock performance at 3 in the afternoon.
So that's
and
a
would be
lot.
there with jackets and covering the good seats.
No. What
No,
I did,
but I
Mike, is
can't-
let me defend myself, Josh. I was selling tickets as a volunteer. So I wouldn't be able to get into the auditorium until showtime. So as a courtesy, they taped off 2 seats for me.
Right.
I
That's
can't-
what it was.
And I can't say that's a bad thing because for a theater person, I imagine that's the same as going and watching 3 ball games that your son's in.
He was into it. And he was also the dad, well, you got the the professionals that are out there slaying the dragon and maybe working their ass off until the last minute. You got Johnny Skips a lot that can come in there like 2
Right.
o'clock in the
Him
afternoon
and the moms.
get the candy bars arranged.
Yep, absolutely guilty of loving my children. Put it on my list of faults.
I would imagine there were dads that looked at you and went, there he is again. There he is again.
But here's where it came in handy is when volunteering one night to sell candy or tickets is nothing. And it's really kind of expected of each parent. But when they get to high school and they're organizing car washes and all this and 5Ks and barbecue sales, bake sales, all that stuff, that's a horrible volunteer gig. So that's when I got to do the announcing for the football.
That's
that
cool.
Cleared the whole family.
But
all
that was
year.
cool. That was great for the show.
Loved
and that was,
it.
and
loved
that was
it.
good. And by the way, at my kids' school, they've gone from I think it had to be a student because it was snarky and not good at all to it sounded like an adult. And it was a real step up. It was really a step up. But, anybody that watches their kids play sports will also say, oh, by the way, and I also, when I mentioned the lack of football, I was able, Josh, you're going to dig this, I was able to successfully late register him for fall baseball. So I am super excited, and they form the teams just about now and into early September. So I am super pumped to get him back into baseball. So I can't wait to watch.
Is he excited?
Yeah, very much so.
Good. Yeah.
Those are always fun nights when the coaches get together and have to pick a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds just based on the name. Does that name sound like a baseball player?
Yeah, this is now. Josh is a super duper little league dad. And that is fall ball, right?
Yeah.
Compared to the spring, but it will still be the teams will still be cobbled together based on knowledge of some of these kids. Correct?
Generally, there's an evaluation. So
Okay.
the way it works here, there's evaluation. About half the kids show up at the evaluations. So
Okay.
when you go into the draft room as a coach, you have a sheet with everyone's scores from the evaluation
Okay,
that went
All
to
right.
there.
Who scores the evaluation?
The coaches.
Okay.
So a lot of
All right.
times we'll all go and keep score on our phones, and it's an aggregate of everyone's scores.
Well,
for the kids.
I'll keep you posted on that one and let you know how it goes. But
I remember my evaluation said bad runner.
wear helmet in classroom.
Corrective.
That was Rob's evaluation.
Corrective
right
cleats.
there.
Well, I'll tell you, in that draft room, a lot of the conversation, sure, is this kid good? Who had this kid last season? But the next question, if not before that, is how are the parents?
Ah,
yeah.
Because
there
a
you
lot of
go.
times you don't want to draft a kid based on the parents.
Wow. Oh, man, I'll tell you, I have not had a severe situation with that, and God, I hope I don't. I really, because that's where the old man in me might come out.
How are
I
the
swear to
parents?
God.
Well, do you remember when he fell down
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
roots?
that's Timmy. That's Timmy, and his dad is Jerry AK-47. All right. Let's take a break. We will come back. We got a great round table for you today, and Jerry Todd, and lots more fun and thrills coming up. And later in the show, Rob's mailbag will be here, so you can eat. I hope you enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. Buy a mug this weekend. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Hey, everybody, I want to tell you about Liquid IV. You know how much I love this stuff. I got bags and bags of it everywhere.
Yes.
I keep it like somebody might keep a secret stash of cash. I got them in drawers. I got them in cabinets. I got them in my golf bag as we speak right now. I love Liquid IV.
Mike?
And it is yes.
I got to jump in. They don't promote this, but I was on their website to get a restock, and I found, do you know Liquid IV, and forgive me if they don't want me to talk about it, but it's right there, has a lavender melatonin drink to make you sleep at night?
Yes, I am aware
And
of
I
that.
ordered it. And so I can't wait to take it right before the show.
I have it, and it does work. You're going to love it.
Does it? I can't wait
but
to get
I'm
it.
here to tell you about the Hydration Multiplier. They've got refreshing summer flavors, popsicle firecracker, and rainbow sherbet that hit the spot when you need transformative relief all summer long. And relief, especially when we've got another plus 100 heat index today in South Florida.
yeah.
And it helps. It really makes such a difference. Indulge in hydration with electrolytes, essential vitamins, clinically tested nutrients. It's the #1 powdered hydration brand in America, and we're proud to be associated with them. Liquid IV, the secret, live hydrocidins, the science-backed formula that's an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients to turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. I want you to go to MikeO'MaraShow.com. I want you to find that Liquid IV icon. I want you to click on it, and I want you to get your deal, Wade. Your deal is awesome. Tear, pour, live more. Indulge in hydration this summer with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code TMOS at checkout. You can link it right at our website or go to liquidiv.com and use the code. It's wonderful. 20% off when you shop Better Hydration using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com, everybody.
I would love to meet the musicians who made that beautiful song.
Well, we'll see if we can arrange it for you. BuzzFeed put a list together. I love these lists. If I'm being repetitive, I feel like I had one like 2 hours ago, but I love them, and I always leave with them. A list of celebrities who are rude and difficult to work with. I've had this
I love
already.
these. Yeah.
I've had this already. Haven't I?
Well, I mean, I'm sure
Bieber,
that it's a new
Murray,
list.
Norton, Roberts, Mike Myers, Jimmy Fallon, Jennifer Lopez.
That's a completely different list than last time.
It is. Okay. Jennifer Lopez, she has a list of demands. When she performed for the World Video Music Awards in 2010, she requested a custom speedboat.
Well, of course.
A custom speedboat. Okay. I didn't have that last time.
Just like the one we asked for in Vegas, Mike.
Diamond-encrusted headphones and a helicopter on standby. Whoa. Jimmy Fallon, last year he was accused of creating a toxic work environment on The Tonight Show and having erratic behavior behind the scenes. Interesting.
I love it.
Mike Myers.
Love when I hear bad things about Fallon.
Boy, he was nasty on Cat in the Hat because they still talk about it being a nightmarish experience. He was also distant on set and had a guy who held chocolates for him in a Tupperware container.
Oh.
Mike Myers.
You know who else was really unpleasant is everyone who had to watch The Cat in the Hat. All in bed.
It was terrible. It was. Julia Roberts. Steven Spielberg said she was difficult to work with on Hook. The crew referred to her as Tinker Hell.
That's great.
I like that. I've heard bad things about Edward Norton, too. Marvel president Kevin Feige, I hope I pronounced that correctly, said he lacked a collaborative spirit during his time as the Hulk, and that's why he was replaced by Mark Ruffalo. So there's that. Bill Murray has had a history of causing drama on set. Richard Dreyfuss, another difficult guy, called him
very
an
difficult.
Irish drunken bully when making What About Bob? But what about... See, if you're doing the whole method acting thing, I would think him being difficult with Dreyfuss on the set contributed to the tension that helped the role, right?
And let's consider, again, the man known as Richard Dreyfuss, who doesn't just call him a drunken bully, but an Irish drunken bully.
Yeah.
Does he really need that? No, I don't think so.
No, he doesn't. And Justin Bieber, Bill Hader, and Jay Farrow said he was the worst guest to work with on Saturday Night Live, but Bill says Justin was probably just in a bad place when he hosted in 2013. So there they are. Those are the people that are
You love your
difficult to
Bieber
work
news.
with. I love Bieber. That's why I put it in there. You've probably noticed that Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis did not return for Beetlejuice. I haven't seen it yet, but I didn't know
It's not
that
out
until
yet.
now.
September.
Tim Burton has an explanation. Basically, he had a story in mind that didn't involve their characters, and he didn't want to just shoehorn them in there for the sake of it. Here's his quote. I think the thing was, for me, I didn't want to just tick any boxes, so even though they were such an amazing, integral part of the first one, I was focusing on something else. He says the sequel will explain how their characters... Does anybody care about this? Does anybody
but it
care
shows
about
that
the
he's-
fact that it's Beetlejuice, this stupid horror fantasy weird movie?
No, I'm glad he didn't force him in.
Yeah, I'm glad
it's
he
just
didn't
sign
of a
force
good
it in,
film.
but I don't need an explanation of it, right?
Sign of
So
a
they're
good
not in it.
filmmaker, Mike, is the fact that instead of trying to shoehorn in two characters that don't fit, he can satisfy anyone who would have the idiocy to complain with two lines in the movie, and he's done. He's making a better film because of it. I like him.
And that's you're going to hear a lot of that leading up. I think they've
Oh,
got
it's
a
all-
PR
it
machine.
started this week. Yeah,
they got a PR machine that's a juggernaut that's going to be promoting that movie coming up. ESPN, this is a survey I love because this is a survey where they poll the actual players. ESPN polls 100 NFL players anonymously. This is awesome. And asks them to rank quarterbacks in several categories. Here are the results. The
All
GOAT, Tom Brady, still just like with the general public, the overwhelming choice. But everyone's in kind of a holding pattern, waiting to see how Patrick Mahomes' career shakes out to make a final determination on that. I think a lot of people that are fans feel the same way. Top three quarterbacks. This is 100 surveyed anonymously that are NFL players in this order. The top 3 now: Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson of your Baltimore Ravens, Josh, and Joe Burrow of Cincinnati. I'm waiting to see about Joe Burrow. See if he pans out the way.
Do you feel
he's
this would
supposed
be
to.
a different results if they took them in like 9 weeks from now?
Yeah, of course it would. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the NFL. Rookie who will have the most successful career. It has J.J. McCarthy, Jaden Daniels from the Commanders, and Caleb Williams from Chicago. They're saying those are the guys they think they're going to do well. Most overrated. Sorry, Jimmy Cerrito. Josh Allen, the most overrated.
No.
Jalen Hurts of Philadelphia, and Tua from Miami. Those 3 guys, the NFL
Tua?
guys say they're Tua Taglib Tua Spinninslin then Tua Tagliababili Tua Tagliabia Tua Tag.
I understood the word labia. I don't know the rest of it.
Most underrated: Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford. Brock Purdy, San Francisco. Matthew Stafford, the Rams, and they're tied for that honor. And then there was a massive logjam behind them as far as underrated: Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Jordan Love, and Bryce Young. All those guys they consider overrated. Biggest trash talker of NFL quarterbacks. You have any guesses, boys, who you would like? I'll direct this at Josh. He's more of a sports guy.
I really can't play this game very well.
I'm not sure, but I'm thinking Josh Allen.
You got it. Number 1,
Hey,
Josh
good
Allen.
for you.
And the reason I went there is because for many years he was on those top QB lists.
Right.
As early as last year, and now he's the most overrated.
Yeah, exactly. Baker Mayfield also on there, and Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay. Yeah, you see Aaron Rodgers doing that an awful lot. So that was a cool
Mike, I
survey.
can't wait
York,
to see the reaction to that list next week on this very day when Nikki Diamond returns from Pahrump.
That's
to
right,
give us
ladies
the football
and gentlemen.
picks.
Next week on this very show, Nicholas Diamond will be returning to the Mike O'Mara Show. And had special NFL fun for you this season, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what we're going to do just yet, but we've got something in the works, and we'll let you know. It's going to be a fun season.
Can't wait to find out.
Yes, it's going to be a lot. Josh.
It goes for all of us.
Aaron Rodgers is in New York now, not Green Bay.
Oh, that's right. Sorry about that. Yes, he's a Jet.
I thought he was hosting Jeopardy.
Last month, the Hawk Tua girl was being interviewed by Whitney Cummings. I love Whitney.
I do too.
They explored a variety of hilarious and inappropriate topics, but hidden close to the end of the interview is possibly Hawk Tua girl's next catchphrase. It also doubles as some of the best dating advice you could ever give someone, and it has been blowing up on TikTok ever since. Do either one of you know what I'm talking about here?
I do. I actually have the video if you'd like to watch it, and there's something I have a question about it.
Should I say the phrase before you play it because it's kind of a throwaway line?
Yeah, I think you should say it.
But this is the next viral thing. It probably will go viral. She said, "What's good for the whole is not always good for the soul."
Amen,
the Hawk
brother.
Tua girl, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
let's look at the video.
Her mom is proud.
And her crack addicted mother. Josh, why do they put on videos like this on the right side of the screen someone prepping food?
You know, that is a trend on TikTok where it's people or a video game playing.
Yeah,
while
or
there's a clip
something.
going.
I don't get it because this is the clip.
I
Go ahead.
assume it's to get around copy protection.
Yeah, that's probably
Here is the clip, and also a good way to cut corn off the cob, Mike.
The whole is not always good for the soul. You need to remember that.
That's very good advice.
You chopped it.
Thank you.
You
That's not the best advice you've ever heard.
It seems like
She looked at me,
StreamYard
she said, you're
cuts
right.
the first
I
second
hate
of these
thinking
videos if they're
of
cropped
a
too
vagina
tight.
as a whole.
We got to figure that out.
Anyway, on and on. But Whitney is great, and you know what?
Haley
a lot
Welch.
of people are coming back to the Hawk Tua girl. I want her to know I never left.
A person online asked, "What if he's good for your soul and not good for your whole?" Then someone answered, "That's called the friend zone." There it is.
Yes.
So there you go. Thank you, Hawk Tua girl. Still,
I've enjoyed the break.
Give her credit for actually maintaining her 15 minutes. I think that's pretty impressive. Finally, the level of anger these 5 words have stoked is kind of amazing. The TSA went viral after tweeting this. Peanut butter is a liquid. I love this story. It's been viewed more than 20 million times in the last few days. The Post said, quote, peanut butter is a liquid. We said what we said. They obviously
They're standing by it.
they meant to irk people with it, but they really do classify it as a liquid. If you want to carry peanut butter on a plane, it has to be 3.4 ounces or less. And Rob, I know that's not going to work for you. Some nerdy internet sleuths pointed out that technically peanut butter is not a liquid. It is referred to as a non-Newtonian fluid.
I've got some of that.
If you really want to get technical, it's part of a subset of non-Newtonian fluids called Bingham plastics.
Oh.
Toothpaste and mayonnaise are also Bingham plastics. Yum. The reactions online have been fun. One person called for a congressional oversight hearing. Another joked they can no longer wash down their meal with a nice cold glass of peanut butter. And a third person was blunt with it, telling the TSA, this is why no one likes you. And I agree. Come on now. It's all a ruse anyway, right? It's all just to make us feel safe.
Seventh grade science teacher, Mr. Gladding, said to me once, he said, Rob, ketchup is a colloid. That's all.
Exactly. A colloid. Yeah. So, peanut butter, be careful, but it's really all just fake. I mean, they're doing that to make you feel better. They're not going to prevent a peanut butter bomb from going on a plane, ladies and gentlemen.
Peanut butter bomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now, once again, to share with you a fabulous... Rob gives me instructions sometimes on my copy. I will read them verbatim, and then Josh will play the commercial. This is to remind you to introduce the new commercial. And then he writes, Josh will play it. Now go with God. Take it away, Josh.
Hello?
Hello, Rob. This is Mike.
Where are you?
I won't be on the show today because I'm at the bottom of the pool.
Bruh, why are you at the bottom of the pool?
It's not just any pool. It's the pool on top of the downtown Grand in Las Vegas. You know, with the Citrus Grand pool deck.
But we're not performing there until the weekend of November 9th.
Don't be an idiot, Spiewak. That's sooner than you think. Don't get left out. All the info for tickets and hotels and merchandise is at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Oh, that sounds great. We'll take over the whole hotel with fun and games and our all-new live show on that very pool deck. But I do have one more question.
Yes?
Are you alone in that pool?
No, silly. Josh is in here, too. In his Cal Ripken Speedo bathing suit.
Help, I'm drowning.
No, you're not.
TMOS Live, the weekend of November 9th at the Downtown Grand Hotel in fabulous Las Vegas. Make your arrangements now at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Come party with us.
I've stopped breathing. Revive me by purchasing tickets.
There he is. Perfect. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. That's Mr. Soroka. Fantastic job. Anyway, let's get right to it with Rob Spiewak here, because the mailbag is something we told you about a short time ago. And if you want to send something to the mailbag, you write to Dicker and Dicker of Beverly Hills.
No, it's not Spiegel, Chicago, 60609. No, it's Rob, R-O-B-B, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. We'd love to hear from you, and it's a great way for every once in a while we can get together and, talk the talk and do the thing. And here is the mailbag theme.
Final countdown.
This is La Plata High School, Mike.
On the Orange Julius edition of the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. There it is.
Welcome to the mailbag. This comes from Jane in Virginia Beach, and she writes, time has passed and we have no answer. Did Mike ever work out his birthday confusion?
Yes, I did. Successfully, not only with the people at the administration, but also with insurance and all that good stuff. And it was just a phone call and a quick little visit down there, and bingo bang. And they did it quickly and they did it efficiently. And now it's on to the passport. And I'm very, very.
What is your official birthday now?
My official birth date is now August 10th. No,
that's not fair because that's outside of birthday season, and now you get another gift this year.
But here it is. It is June 22nd, and for my birthday, I would like each and every one of you to not only get yourself a ticket for the Mike O'Mara live show in Lost Wages, but I would. Why isn't that working? Oh, because I pressed the wrong one. There it is. I would also like you this weekend to buy one of these Mike O'Mara Show birthday mugs.
This is
celebrating my
thing.
June 22nd birthday and available for you to eat. Let's get an update on ticket sales and mug sales. Josh, can we do better?
Well. We can always do better.
We can always do better. There you go.
Yesterday was a good day. Day before was even better.
Okay.
Can always do better.
Always
you
do better.
You got to browse at the store. There's so much great stuff at the store.
I haven't gotten my golf shirt yet. I'm going to get my white or black. I might get both. I might get the white and black TMOS golf shirt.
Mike, if you're having trouble receiving your golf shirt, contact Josh Schroka. He will help you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rob. Now on to the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen.
Back to the mailbag. And I think, Mike, I just have to say, very feeling and kind of you that for your birthday, you want other people to get presents.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think that shows a good thing.
Because the ticket would be a present for them and the mug would be a present for them.
Dear Rob, my daughter Emma graduated from high school this year near the top of her class with a full ride to NC State University.
That's pretty
to study
awesome.
Early elementary education. I remember you mentioned how you offered your class ring to Julia when she graduated, which I did. She walked the stage at VCU with my VCU ring from 30 years earlier. While
Always
only
about you.
It truly is. While only something small and only something I would notice, it was no different than something borrowed that a girl should wear on her wedding day. Thanks for the suggestion. And this is Rob Casaboon from Statesville, North Carolina. And this very intelligent, happening young girl that got a full ride to college is holding her diploma and wearing his class ring. And I think
it's nice that she got the full scholarship to study a profession that unfortunately will not be able to pay her parents back anyway. So that's
right.
Elementary education. That's why I gave the shout out to the teachers who deserve much more compensation, ladies and gentlemen, and always have. And man, I am so teacher positive today. You can't believe it. Way to go. What's her first name again? Because she's getting another teacher goes into the biz.
Her name is Emma. Emma
Way to go, Emma. Way to go. Mold those young minds, Emma. Way to go. Thank you.
All right. A question about Las Vegas, Mike.
Yes.
It reads, hello. I'm very interested in buying a ticket to the Las Vegas show in November, but I can't find an agenda or schedule of events with listed times. I want to make sure I don't fly in too late to miss the fun and all the important events that weekend. Any event information you can provide would be most appreciated.
All right, I can give it to you generally.
Eddie Woods.
First of all, I think that we are fluid regarding the
like peanut butter.
The schedule of the live show and fluid with the gambling events on Friday. But I will say, safe to say that 7 p.m. on Saturday night and 7 p.m.-ish on Friday night, as long as you get to Las Vegas for Friday night and Saturday night, you won't miss anything because Saturday morning will be the ladies' brunch. So. Right. If you get there by if you get there Friday afternoon, you're covered for all the events that we will be doing. We will not be doing anything Thursday night, and we will not be doing anything Thursday afternoon. We will be doing things Friday night, Saturday morning. I think Carla's doing the ladies' brunch, and then Saturday night, of course, is the show. So get there by Friday evening, and you are covered. Does that make sense, Josh? Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, that's about right. Nothing earlier than 7 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah,
perfect.
And we're excited about it. We're delighted to be out there. And listen, we know it's a tougher slog this year, but keep your eyes on those wonderful flight sites that are there that are available for you. I forgot what the one we use is. There's a Price Hopper. It's a price thing where they let you know when the flights to Vegas go down. I'm not sure what it is. It's
plus 20 minutes in that casino, you can make all your money back.
There you go. And that's
everyone will make a profit. Yeah,
count on it.
Thank you, Eddie Woods. Mike, a shout out. This sort of belongs in the mailbag to a guy named Aaron Lamb. I don't know how he found this, but he reached out to Josh and he said, is it still possible to get the Spring Break Road Trip miniseries bonus show? The one we did, probably 10 years ago?
It was more than that. He found a buried link on our website from 10 years ago to purchase it and clicked the purchase button, sent money, and of course it didn't work because it's 10 years old.
But
wow.
I had it in the archives, Mike. So we gave Aaron Lamb his 3-part episode.
Oh, that's
and,
awesome. Good job, fellas. What? That's customer service. I love that. Thank you, boys.
And
well
he
done.
wrote this. When I said, it's been a long time since I've listened, please let me know what you think. He says, Dear Rob, I thoroughly enjoyed the 3 Spring Break Raw episodes. The overall production was a lot of fun. I'm glad I finally got to listen and not sure why I missed this back in the day. Aaron. So, guys, if you have missed, and this is a pretty funny 3-part episode, it will be available at our store if you want to grab it. This is a piece of archived footage that we just happened on.
You know, it's a good time to say I've been digging through Pony's files, and I've found a lot of bonus shows that are not available. And everyone, since I've started here, everyone's asking about the archives. We will have an announcement about the archives next week.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Because I have found 500 files.
Oh, my. All right. So there it is.
Jeez.
That's all you need to know. We are so happy about that. You know, my mind is racing right now because I'm thinking about that first question about Vegas. I haven't narrowed it down exactly how we're going to handle it, the gambling, but I think Friday night is going to be a blast when we're down there at the downtown Grand Casino. We're going to have some
100%.
serious fun. And, it's going to be, I think ultimately it's going to be casual and not formal because I want to have that flexibility where we can just do some fun stuff. And I think it's it's a large group of people. But
with social media, we
gonna
can
hang
reach
out.
out to anybody at any time and make it happen.
And that's
So just
why
be
that's why there isn't a schedule. We're all in the same hotel.
Yeah,
You're
get there
gonna be able to
Friday.
just
Get
find
there by
something.
Friday evening, folks. That's what we tell you, and then you'll make all the fun because the fun is going to happen on Friday night. Some stuff on Saturday with the ladies brunch, and then of course the live show, and then we're going to hang out after the live show as well downtown. So that's great. It's going to be great.
Mike, our
An axe
penultimate
throwing.
letter. Our penultimate letter comes from a guy who you're going to love his name, Nick Peterson.
Nick Peterson. This is Nick Peterson. Have Sloan out in front of the school. Hey, Rooney, you're an asshole.
I love that after he says it, he repeats it.
Hey, Rooney.
So he says, you guys, I've been thinking about when you paired Kit Kat bars with ketchup. I saw this on an online video. This was
I
some
didn't
time
like it.
ago.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't
this
either.
is the worst thing we've done.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
But I was wondering, are there weird food pairings that you guys enjoy as a snack in real life that people might find odd? For example, I like cottage cheese and applesauce together for a quick snack. I'm interested to find out what you guys might enjoy.
Mine is pretty mundane. One of
Yeah.
my best food combinations, and it's not anything outrageous, but it's peanut butter and apple slices.
Great.
I absolutely adore that. I'm trying to think if there's anything weird.
I've got
that
a
I
weird one that I've always liked, and I'm a big guy for dill pickles. I love dill pickles, but when I eat a dill pickle, I like to have it with a glass of milk. So milk and dill pickles.
Oh,
No, that's another disgusting one.
that's
not
so.
real. Is that real?
Now I know. You know, I worked closely with him for a number of years before Rob discovered dental hygiene, and I will tell you,
You
that,
love this story.
Oh my God! I was standing next to him, and the pickle. I mean, I can't think of anything that would make your breath more rancid.
Do you dip the pickle?
No.
the
It's just a drink. I think it's because of the acidic nature of a dill pickle and the very mild base sort of flavor of the milk. And Mike, yes, whole milk.
Wow. Oh, my God. Okay, let me throw in and let me see if I can outgross Rob on this, and I'll just make it up. I like summer squash and heavy cream.
Sounds good.
In a glass you can drink.
Actually,
Do you have any weird ones, Josh, that you do?
No. I'm sitting here trying to think, and
Right.
no, I don't. How can I compete with pickles and milk?
I know.
What about
I'll give you a
Camden
Baltimore
Yards-
one. I'll make a Baltimore one up
Okay,
for you.
good. Yeah.
I like to put Old Bay on my pancakes.
I'm sure someone's done it.
I'm sure it doesn't sound bad.
Yeah. All right. Last letter. Mike, I hold in my hand the last letter, and it reads, this request is purely selfish and brings nothing to the table except other fans who are also admirers of the Squire, Jack Kent Cooke, and his elocution skills. Possibly Jack Kent Cooke could visit the show sometime and pronounce the names of two of my favorite small towns in the United States of America, Hidalgo, Texas, and Washtenaw, Washington. I can't think of these names without thinking of Jack Kent Cooke pronouncing them in my head. I would appreciate anything that you could do to make this happen. Signed, Josh Bodette.
All right, here we go.
All right.
If you are ever in the great state of Texas, I recommend Hidalgo. And what's the other state that the...
It's in Washington State. It's Washtenaw.
If you get out to the Pacific Northwest, sample a plate of salmon, coho salmon from Washtenaw. Is it Washtenaw? Is that what
it is, Mike.
Right.
And that winds up our mailbag today. Remember, if you want to get on the show, ask us a question, reach out. It's easy to do. Rob, R-O-B-B, Rob at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and we will be there for you. Just like they say in the Friends theme song. We'll be there for you. And Mike, the sounds of the La Plata Band.
Na, 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 na. Thank you, Rob.
That's quite enough of that.
Here comes Labor Day, and that signals the autumn is fast approaching, ladies and gentlemen. With Legacy Box, you can cozy up and watch something special this fall, your family's home movies. Legacy Box is the simple and safe solution for digitizing all your family's precious memories. By going to legacybox.com/TMOS, you can enjoy 55% off. Did you hear that? 55% off when you get started with Legacy Box today. The process is easy. Send in your Legacy Box filled with old VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, and pictures. Their team professionally digitizes everything by hand right here in the USA. You'll get it back on the cloud or thumb drive along with your originals. Legacy Box digitizes over 15 different types of analog media, so whatever it is, they've got you covered. After 10 years in business, Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer. They've helped over 1 million families relive their wedding days, babies' first steps, even road trips or medical procedures. I've videotaped all my medical procedures. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to get an incredible 55% off. Buy today. Send it in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS, legacybox.com/TMOS. Beautiful video.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Legacy Box will make all of your videos into beautiful videos.
And those medical procedures are going to look excellent on the big screen in Vegas.
They are.
They are. Absolutely. Yeah. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful video of a rigid sigmoidoscopy. Anyway, moving right along. This one is for my buddy Rob. Rob is going to love this. I believe. He's probably seen it already.
And it went like this.
Paul McCartney is doing Bach
on an acoustic
guitar, and then he explains it. Talent there.
And so
gets a little round of applause. He's on a show called Parkinson in England.
He's great.
It actually goes but we didn't know that second half. And that was a bit we went wrong. But I always liked this little. So years later I then adapted it into the song Blackbird.
My favorite Beatles song. So
Taking
Going Away.
You know.
And God, that sounds just like the record. He's sitting on a talk show.
For the moon to rise. And I said, I'm not prepared.
Rob, I
That's
give
great.
you a hard time about your passionate music fandom, but I'll tell you, that song, I just think it's one of the most beautiful songs ever written. I
It's
love that song
simplistic.
so much.
It's got a deeper meaning, and if you want to research it, it's there for you. The only percussion on it is Paul tapping a pack of cigarettes on his knee.
Incredible.
That's the rhythm. And I've actually, Mike, I loved watching it, but I've seen him play that Bach piece in concert and then go into Blackbird. And it's
Beautiful moment.
It's chills. It's just chills. Thank you for sharing that.
I love that. Occasionally, what I bring to you with the beautiful video, I'm trying to share with you what I like, and I hope you like it as well. I have been a fan of one element of Saturday Night Live for the entire run, and that element is the fake commercials.
Yes.
I think that the consistent comedy thread that exists with their fake spots really makes me laugh. We'll talk over this so we don't get in trouble, but I have to share with you a callback. This is Bill Hader, Kristen Wiig, with a commercial for, well, it's called Almost Pizza.
Damn. Those two are so great. Kristen Wiig can do anything, and Bill Hader's awesome too. But don't leave out, Mike, Nassim Pedrad.
Yes, no longer with the Cavs. I have to share this with you. This is a guy has popped up on my feed. He makes strong, boozy drinks and in a wide variety of flavors. This flavor that he shares now reminds me of someone I know quite well when he's making this cocktail.
Okay.
The best drinks you can bring to a party or cookout, and it's only 3 ingredients. Pink Starburst Lemonade Punch. Let me show you how to make it. Starting out, you're going to buy a jug of lemonade from the store and get it down about 1/3 of the way. If you want more vodka in it, you can always take it down to half of the way. But if you do this, you should probably wear a life alert in case you fall and can't get up. Add in 3 Pink Starburst Zero Sugar drink packets. I always rave how I think Pink Starburst is hands down the best flavor of Starburst. But I one time had someone in the comments saying orange was their favorite. I responded and asked if they burnt all their taste buds as a child. Fill the rest up with vodka. I also like to call vodka water that's been through a lot of terrible things in its life. Shake this up till all the powder dissolves. This is one thick lemonade. I have a feeling this is going to be dangerously good. Let's take a sip and try this out. Cheers.
This guy, great. I love this guy.
Wow.
Good Lord Almighty. It tastes exactly like a Pink Starburst with a nice lemonade kick. Anyone you share this with is going to be obsessed with it.
And he just falls.
Mike, I would be lying if I said my mouth isn't watering.
Oh,
but
no. I didn't play it for that reason. For the love
I will
of
not
God.
drink it. I will not drink it. That's
And
right.
now I would like to give a title to this next segment I refer to as Stupid Crap That Catches My Interest, ladies and gentlemen.
World War II helmet, an American World War II helmet, and a Japanese World War II helmet. We're going to shoot them all with this 70-pound bow and see which one holds up best. First up is the American
They're on
helmet.
mannequins.
Yep. That's the American one.
Straight through the front.
Yep.
Out
American
the other
one.
side.
Oh, my God.
German World War II helmet.
German. Now he hits the German one.
Yeah.
Falls over.
All right, so
Right.
this one glanced off the side. I'm going to try one more, try to hit it dead center,
Didn't go
and
through.
see what happens.
So it's the German helmet. There we go. Let's see what
This time he
happens with
falls
this.
forward.
He falls forward onto German helmet.
Shot
Let's
number
check.
2 on the German helmet, and it glanced off. All right, on to the Japanese.
German,
the
helmet,
German helmet.
helmet wins.
All right, here's our Japanese helmet. We went in through the front.
Oh,
It
no.
did not go all the way through. This was the hole from when he was wearing the American helmet. This is like the crack from the Japanese helmet.
There it is.
So it's
the
it's
Japanese
amazing
helmet
that-
and the American helmet, you would get damage from the bow, you see.
It's amazing the Germans didn't win.
Well, if we'd had bow and arrows instead of guns,
Well,
maybe
That's
they would
true.
have. You know?
Yeah.
And if he's using old helmets, shouldn't he be using the old weapons they would have gone against? I don't think anyone was out there with a bow and arrow.
You know, when I'm sitting there
He's
with my
not a
glass
new
of wine, Josh, I
compound.
really don't give a rat's ass. That's the way I look at it.
You should put some Pink Starburst in your wine.
I don't even know. I don't think we see the host here, so I don't know what show this is. I think it might be Stephen Colbert, but this is Bruce Springsteen with an iconic piece of memorabilia. Check this out. This is really, really cool as far as I'm concerned.
Is the guitar that is.
Oh, yeah.
That's that guitar.
It's a guitar that he has on the album cover.
And Born to Run.
Born to
It
Run.
is
Thank you,
beat
Rob.
up.
I've played this guitar for 50 years. I bought it when I was 22 years old for $185 on Highway 34, I think, in Belmar, New Jersey, from a great guitar man named Phil Patillo, and I've had it ever since. It's kind of a mutt. It's made up of 2 different guitars, but this guitar has been in every club, theater, arena, and stadium across America and most of the world. So it's been around a bit.
That's awesome.
Isn't that neat? You know, and when Bruce Springsteen does it, doesn't he have just a chill vibe that I love? That it's just like he's not
love to meet
even
him.
bragging. He's just like talking about his guitar. I love it. It's very,
I
very
would
cool.
love to meet that man.
Finally, I got for you today. If someone asked me who would you love to have on the show more than anybody else, Shaq usually is in my top 3. every time I mention it because I just love his personality. I love him as a television host. I love that he was a superior athlete, but I also love the way he looks at life. And this is Shaq talking about
a good guy.
Tipping, which is pretty fascinating to me.
Because I heard you're like a big tipper, right?
Yes, I am a big tipper. So, but like, you know, regular days when I'm just out, like, for example, last week I had to beg the store guy. I said, listen, just let me take these donuts and this soda, and I'm going to go home and I'll bring the money back. He's like, yeah, you can do it. But when I'm at restaurants, I am a big tipper. You know, I like to show people my appreciation. So when they come up to the table, I say, the quicker I get my order, the bigger your tip will be, right? And then the food will come fast. And then when we get ready to leave, I'll ask them, how much do you want?
You'll ask the waiter how much do you want?
How much you want? And the most someone said was $4,000. And I said, okay, no problem. Like,
you gave him $4,000?
Oh, it's Kimmel.
You should have punched him in the head is what you should have done. Wow.
Yeah, it was a young lady.
A young lady.
Said, oh my God, you're gonna pay my rent for 2 months? I was like,
What a strange figure $4,000 to come up
she
with.
said it.
There's a story that goes that Shaq is talking about having a bad game and just how horrible he had it and how he's just not in it. And his dad takes him to an overpass where there's a family living underneath the overpass and says, you don't have it rough, they have it rough. And that's kind of the way he was raised. So it's an interesting guy. Here's to Shaq. We'll take a break. More beautiful video coming up, ladies and gentlemen, and we appreciate you. Don't forget, we got the mugs. We're going to tell you about them right now because we
Moogs,
care.
Mike.
We care
They're
desperately.
Moogs.
They're Moogs. Very good. Maybe I'll send. You know what? I'm going to send Shaquille O'Neal a mug. That's what I'm going to do.
And a request for $4,000.
That would help. Anyway, remember the old days when you went shopping, ladies and gentlemen? You had to go to a different store for every single thing you wanted. I can't tell you how many times a young DJ named Mike O'Mara wasted an entire day at the mall. I had to go to all of these stores. Sears, Walden Books, Victoria's Secret for my panties, Ticketmaster, See's Candies, great stuff. Ritz Camera, oh man, they have so many lenses. And Lady Foot Locker. Phew. Thank God times have changed and everything you need. I wonder, as I'm reading this spot, I'm wondering how long you can sustain it. You can now
I can go for a while.
anything you want at MikeO'MaraShow.com at our store. Mugs, amazing shirts, new designs arriving daily, hats, coinage. You can put that picture up again. And all the ticket info and merchandise for you to join us for the Grand Reunion Las Vegas weekend, November 9th. It's right around the corner. So hurry up and support the show you love. Every purchase keeps the laughs coming. Just click store at MikeO'MaraShow.com, the source for all things TMOS. Official, authentic, and awesome. Thank you for your support. And remember our motto, F you, Landmark Mall. You don't even exist anymore. Go to hell.
And I like that. Some beautiful video.
Always new things at the store.
Go ahead,
All the good malls are gone, Mike. Yeah.
Well, always new things at the store that we don't even announce or share. So when you're there getting your mug, we also now have V-necks for the ladies. After
with that
being
cool new
requested.
logo. I love it.
Can we, no, I'm not going to say it. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And by the way, that's an RCA 44BX microphone on that. Nicely chosen. Mike,
there's the difference. I'm looking at the baby. He's looking at the microphones.
Mike,
Shut
that's
up,
why we get along so well.
Very good.
We never fight over. We play well with others.
We do.
You've been to your high school reunion recently, right? A couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Uh huh.
And you enjoyed it.
My 80th.
Congratulations. There was 3 people there.
My 80th reunion, ladies and gentlemen.
It's bad. My mom is at the point now where they're doing reunions in clusters of years. Because if they do single classes, there's not enough people to attend.
Did she have a small class? Did she go to school with
She went to McLean High School. I think she had like 120. I had 510 in my class. So
I could write a book about the different phases of class reunions. And, it's excitement. It's like, getting back from school, showing them where you are. Then it's the adulthood, and how you're doing, making your way in the world. And then you finally get to the part where, who is that?
Yeah.
That's the sad part. It really is.
Have you ever did you go to school outside of the author? Did you go to school, Candace Bushnell? Did you go to school with anyone famous?
No, the only person that's famous from my town after Candy is I think Laura Ingram. She went to, but many years after I did that, and that Laura Ingram, she's lovely, isn't she?
She is, and her face is always changing.
I love watching the videos where her brother disses her and tells her what a horrible person she is.
I guess the most famous person who went to my class was Emmy winner John Brankus. So that's pretty cool. But what if you went to school and you're going to I think it's the 25th reunion, and Lauryn Hill has
Emmy
recently
winner and show intern for the Don
That's
and Mike
right.
show, John
Back
Brankus.
to Wava. He precedes me, to be honest. Lauryn Hill from the Fugees recently got some heat for canceling a tour, but she did not cancel the fact that she went to her 25th reunion and sang. How cool is this if you go to your reunion and Lauryn Hill is singing for you? And the whole class is singing with her. I mean, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, because you know somebody is that big a star, people root for you, and it's just so cool when they give it back a little bit. That's awesome.
So cool. You know the trope about the common story of I had to call the fireman to get my cat out of a tree?
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy it really until I saw.
Well, you think it's just they're all fake?
No, that's a real thing.
Well, I know, but it's I think in TV and movies it happens more than it does in real life. This cat is such a pain in the ass because it climbed a phone pole to the very top and wouldn't come down because it can't. So they had to get a cherry picker to get the cat. Look at this tiny cat on the top. You can hear him mewing. You can hear him on top of this phone pole. Looks to be probably 35, 40 feet in the air.
Good, buddy. Yeah, I got you.
He barely fits on the top of the pole.
Would it live if they pushed it off?
It would land on its feet. I don't think it would live.
Go up into body. I don't know.
It would look like a corgi.
I really don't know. Don't cats survive falls like that?
They
On the
can.
back of the neck.
Pat him on the back of the neck, and then see if you can get the towel over him.
No, you don't need the towel. Just grab him with the big scruff in the neck.
Scruff
That's
of the
it.
neck,
You
right
got
there.
it. Big and firm.
Yay!
There you go.
So they saved him by picking him
What's
up like
the deal with the dude in the cherry picker? What, he doesn't know how to pick up a cat? For Christ's sake, what's the deal with that? I don't get it.
If you grab a cat wrong, it's going to try to jump away from you, and
That's true.
that cat's then jumping 40 feet down.
I call that fate.
Yeah, but you don't want to be the guy responsible for it.
I suppose not.
As the
well,
cat
not
mom
with
is at the
people looking.
bottom.
All I know is that dogs are never found on top of telephone
Not
poles.
at all. Not
Unless
at all.
they're put there.
It's a lot of taxpayer expense, if you ask me. Come on now, you know?
Ed
Something
Anger.
that a well-placed tennis ball would take care of.
Here's my new co-host, Ed Anger.
Throw a rock at it.
That was an actual column in the weekly news.
Ed Anger. The Weekly World News.
That's
Ed
what
Anger.
it was, the Weekly World News.
Oh, that's
and
where it all started.
let's go ahead and play this for Josh. I'm sorry your Orioles fell to the Dodgers last night, but it was a big night at Dodgers Stadium because it was Shohei Ohtani's bobblehead night. They had like 40,000 people waiting to get in to get the bobblehead, but that's not the great thing. Is you know who threw out the first pitch was Shohei's dog.
His dog?
Yep, look. And the dog runs the ball right to him. That's a strike.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What
The
a
bobblehead
player.
is him holding the dog. I think the dog's name is Decoy.
Yeah, it's Decoy, and they gave like 1,000 golden bobbleheads that you could have randomly gotten, and the golden bobbleheads were listed on eBay yesterday for $17,000.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
Wow. Do you think they won't get it? Will they,
They're
Josh?
They're not going to get that.
They're not going to get even anything near that. That's
I
it.
don't-
And
they'll-
I think that's an
they'll get a few
Australian
hundred.
Shepherd that he's got there. That's what it looks like. One of those beautiful
He
Australian
rescued him
Shepherds.
from the top of a phone pole. He's a rescue. So
We got to take a break. Oh, that's it. We got to get out of here.
That's the show, Mike.
Thank you, everybody. I was having so much fun, but we want to thank you and join us for a great bonus show tomorrow. We will all be back, and thank you for humoring us with all of our product sales. Go to the
Yes.
Mike O'Mara store. Make make our weekend. Thank you, everybody. For Josh Soroka and Rob Spiewak, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye, folk.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Lecker.
How about that?